Alright, hey there everyone, how's it going? I apologize already for this jank setup, and I mean it's pretty jank. I mean, maybe this is maybe I should do this from now on. It's like more intimate, it's like I'm a little bit closer, and also it's like the background's a little bit like irrelevant back there. But I do have Mario Jose there. It is 2:30 in the morning, so I'm going to try not to be too loud. But Mario Jose just dropped his new single, and I know what you're thinking. Wow, you're doing it that quick, like right after he dropped it. You don't really do that much anymore, and like even with pentatonics, you're not that quick. Yeah, that's right. I just think it's like the right time, right place. Obviously, if I work in the morning, I probably wouldn't do this. I wouldn't be awake right now. Just luckily, it's my day off tomorrow, so I have some nice time. It's really nice. I'm still absorbing all that Pentacon love, and after being in Pentacon this past weekend, I really have grown to love and admire Mario Jose more and more. Like, I knew he seemed like a nice guy. I knew he seemed like a fun, entertaining guy, but seeing it in person and like how genuine he is, it's really something special. And the fact that he actually performed this single live for one of the first times, if not the first time he performed it live, at one of the Pentacon parties right before the Christmas and July party. He did that, and it was really special. Everyone was because everyone there is so passionate about music in some way or another, and everyone there loves Mario Jose. Like you could just feel the love in the room. And coming from such a genuine soul, I'm really glad to see that. It was like, oof. I don't know why I'm getting emotional about it now, but so he dropped the new single, "You Were the One," and based on his live performance, I really loved it. At first, when he first started doing it, I was like, okay, nothing too special, but then the drop comes, and then I'm like, alright, I'm sold for this. But maybe it was just Mario Jose sells it a lot better in person, though. I'm going to be as objective as possible, as always, when hearing the studio recording. And I'll tell you what I think, both positive and negative. It's been a while since I've done really an album reaction. Wow, it just feels weird. But I wanted to do it for this one. It seemed appropriate. I was actually very much in the middle of editing one of my stupidly long videos that I made. All my videos are stupidly long that I did talking about Pentacon. So, I don't entirely expect you to watch those videos. If you do, I very much appreciate it, but I don't blame you if you don't. It's just, at this point, those videos are always kind of like little time capsules for me, so it's like my full experience. I try to go into as much detail as possible, so I can always look back on it and be like, well, this is what I thought of it, fresh out of this experience. And so, it would be nice if you watch it, but I did make them, some of them are absurdly long, so with that being said, I want to listen to this, and also I'm not going to freak out. I don't usually like, wow, but I'm also not usually this soft-spoken, but maybe this is a good change for the better. Quiet down now, alright? Let's try it out. 3, 2, 1. Never mind. 3, 2, 1.
I broke my own heart 1,000 times. I've learned every way to say goodbye. Oh, why do I even try? I know you've heard this before, but now I realize through every heartache it was you by my side. Maybe I'm buzzed or I'm out of my mind, that all this time you were the one. How could I have been so blind? You were the one. that all this time
Wow. Didn't hear all this in the live performance of it. Unless I'm forgetting this completely, but the...
1,000 miles, just you and
I think I probably like that part there better live.
oh, I could do this for life. How could it have taken me this long to know that love was the light keeping your eyes aglow? It's time that I trusted my heart and my soul. You were the one.
This was a fake out, like, everyone thought it was gonna drop again, but, oh wow. Yeah.
This heart's been broke 1,000 times. I've learned each way to say goodbye. How could I have been so blind? Through every heartache, it was you by my side.
Oh. Oh my god, yes. I don't know, okay. I don't know what's gotten into me, something with Pentagon. It's got me, like, emotion prone or something right now, so I'm like, it's probably that man, too, specifically, Mario Jose. It's like, ugh. Just picturing how much, okay. Calm down, calm down. Alright, that was, it's interesting. I want to say that was beautiful, but it's like also, it's almost like a very much like one of those party style songs where it's just like drop, pick up, techno voice in there, slow it down, pick up again, but there's so much more beautiful about it. I will say, I love when the drop goes and then he goes, "You were the one." But the other elements of that drop, they go with that little. I don't even know what I'm saying, but that part there, the other elements of it, I'm not as much of a fan of. Like, I don't think the techno voice is really necessary. The auto, like, I forget what. Jesus, I don't have any of my terminology down. But I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it really helps the song in any way. I think maybe if you had a stronger instrumental, I feel like that's almost a sign of, like, they weren't as confident with the track by itself, so they were like adding that because he talked about his the reasoning for the song and its conception. He talked about that at Pentagon, so I know it's not just like a nonsense song, but adding that kind of voice to it makes it seem like, okay, generic party song, and there's not really much value to it. But no, this actually has value to his life that he's taking this from, and so I think that I'm not going to talk about that all day, even though it seems like it. That part I could do without. I'm always more of a raw vocals kind of person, though, but like if you can complement that with an instrumental, by all means do it. I think the ending part especially was done really well. I live for those moments. Oh, Jesus. Mario Jose, man. I live for those moments. The big high notes, just really going for it. It was really... Pentagon, come on now. Come on. He was really going for it live. That was really beautiful to see. It was just that... Ugh. Okay. Wow. And I just at the panel the other day, I'm like, it's pretty hard to make me emotional. And here I am. Okay. Pull it together. Don't even remember what I was saying at this point. I've said it countless times that something I love about an artist is when they're genuine, and it's like it doesn't, especially in a live venue, it doesn't have to be perfect to the notes for me to really love a performance. It doesn't have to be by the book at all. But if you can tell, if it's like there's some voice cracks in there, if there's some, you can see the emotion in their face, it's like, okay, that's a real person. That's someone I can get behind with real talent. Mario Jose is that kind of person. I mean, he pulled it off beautifully live. But it's just amazing. I've never seen someone get that into, like, the zone. Like, with this one, he was just having a lot of fun with it, too. But at the end, he still really went for it. But you see it especially when he was performing stuff like The Heart of Gold, where he just, like, had his eyes closed for most of it because he was just that trying to get himself that much into the mindset. It wasn't just him spouting out a song with no feeling. I love that. I love it. So, you were the one. I live for the high notes at the end. I really am curious now because it hasn't been posted yet. I'm sure someone has the recording of it somewhere out there, but I'm waiting for Pentagon, the official channel, to post it before I relive it again. But I want to be able to compare and like hear how he did it live versus this, because I mean I can't perfectly recall any changes he might have made with how he did it live versus in the studio. But for the most part, it was similar. I didn't remember that weird voice in there in the recordings. They just might not have had that track, but we'll see if I just forgot it. So that's it. I want to say, that was great. I know this is a song I'm going to be jamming out to. It's like, okay. I'm really going to look forward. I wish I had a full album. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of a bummer this is the only one we'll have for a while. But at the same time, I like that. It's pretty, it's not like the typical thing, which is to wait for an album. They just said they're going to be putting out singles so they can have as much coming out at a regular pace as possible, not everything at once and wait a year or whatever. But I would have loved to have had a bunch of Mario Jose to go through. But right now I can enjoy this song for what it is, and I'll be jamming out to this for a while until the next one. Let me know if you'd be interested in more, because this is my first Mario Jose reaction other than the ones he's done with members of Pentatonics like Scott for Lost in You and Superfruit for Rise. And I think those are the only other two that he's even in that I've reacted to. The Heart of Gold EP is one I'd like to explore, and I'd definitely be willing to do a reaction series if people are interested. Maybe even if people aren't interested. You know, I do like to do series.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't have an answer to that.
Yeah, every now and then I'll react to stuff just because it's something I really want to be able to experience firsthand on video and share my thoughts for And that's I should wrap this up. So I might put this up before my other videos just to hold you over and hold the channel over in terms of content, because these other ones are going to take a while to put together, because it's not like complex like vlogs I'm putting together. It's all discussion based, but I definitely am going to chop it up so it's not like all the empty space you're just listening to me sitting there. It's going to at least be full of audio and just more regular talking. And then adding in pictures, which is a really annoying thing that I gave myself to do for, I think it was mostly for the first video that I have to do where I'm talking about the Dallas concert. I did this nice little feature where like picture, where it's going to appear pictures whenever I want me as the editor version of myself to put them in. Okay. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. And I love you. If you're suffering from Pentagon withdrawal like me, by all means, I'm always willing to talk. _Zach_Archer_ on Twitter and Instagram. Those are the places you're probably going to want to find me. Yeah, always. I respond as quickly as possible. And I would love to talk about Pentagon and all that, because it really was a very special time for a lot of us, including myself, that I will not forget so soon. And I look forward to, I hate even saying this, Pentagon 2020, 2K20, because it's like, ooh, let's spread this hashtag around, it's going to happen. But to me, it's like, oh, it's going to happen 2 years from now, though. Jeez. I don't see them making it a 1 year thing. And if I'm being realistic, it's like kind of needed to be 2 years for financially to actually afford going there regularly. But if they do it every 2 years, I can almost guarantee I'll be there. If something big doesn't come up, I want to make that a priority of mine, because it was a wonderful time. That's it. Thank you. I love you, Mario Jose. If you happen to be watching this, thank you so much.